Hello my dear students, welcome to my channel Learn with Surbhi. Today we are going to start a very new chapter of class 11th for accountancy, that is Introduction to Accounting. As this is a very new topic for you all, so first of all we have to learn some basic terms that we are going to use in learning accountancy. And the first term is accounting itself. To know or to understand this concept, let's take a situation. Suppose I'm running a business of biscuits and cookies. To run a business, first of all, I have to purchase some raw material from the market, like flour, like essence, like nuts, etc. Now I need to go to different types of shops. When I purchase the items, for that I paid some cash, and for some items I purchase on credit. Credit means उधार पे. कुछ सामान मैंने कैश में पे कर दिया है और कुछ परचेज मैंने उधार पे करी है. Likewise, when I prepared the items, I hire some workers for it. Also, I need to pay some salary to all those workers. After the preparation, what I have to do? I have to search for the distributors, or I have to search for the customers. Some of the customers pay me in cash and some of the customers paid on credit. Again, there is mess if I don't handle or if I don't record all these transactions. अगर मैंने सब कुछ रिकॉर्ड नहीं किया तो क्या मैंने उधार में खरीदा, क्या मैंने कैश में पे किया था, और क्या मुझे किसी ने उधार दिया, और कितने लोगों ने मुझसे उधार ले लिया, ये सब मैं कैसे याद रखूंगी? इतना छोटा सा दिमाग और इतनी सारी चीजें मैं कैसे याद रख पाऊंगी? तो उसके लिए क्या है? A system is there, that is accounting. Now, in the process of doing accounting, the first step is identification of business transactions. Yes, it means you have to identify the transactions that are only and only related to the business. Okay, suppose if I'm doing baking, I'm doing the business of bakery biscuits or cookies. So what I have to purchase from the market? Nuts. Now I go to the market and purchase nuts. Suppose I purchase nuts. Nuts of rupees 45,000. अब इस 45,000 में से मैंने अपने बिजनेस में यूज किया 42,000 रुपीज का नट्स, और 3,000 रुपीज मैंने घर के लिए पर्सनल यूज के लिए अपने पास रख लिए. इट मीन्स द 42,000 इज रिलेटेड टू द बिजनेस एंड 3,000 फॉर माई पर्सनल यूज. तो मैं ये आइडेंटिफाई करूं कि मेरे बिजनेस से रिलेटेड कौन सी ट्रांजेक्शन है, ये वाली. तो मैं सिर्फ इसी को, यानी 42,000 रुपीज की ट्रांजेक्शन को ही बिजनेस की ट्रांजेक्शन मानूंगी. ये मेरे पर्सनल यूज की, इसको मैं बिजनेस के लिए यूज नहीं करूंगी. So it will not be recorded in my books. So first we have to identify business transactions. The next step in accounting process is measurement. Measurement means the transactions which we have identified, the business transaction. Now we have to measure those transaction in monetary terms. हमें अगर कोई ट्रांजेक्शन हमने किया, suppose we have purchased nuts for our business, now we have to measure that business transaction in monetary terms. हमें पैसे के तौर पे उसको समझना होगा. We have to measure in monetary terms. हम उसके में we don't discuss about the quality, high quality, low quality or medium quality. We just record the transaction in monetary terms. If I have purchased flour of rupees 15,000 and nuts for rupees 20,000, it means we have measured flour and nuts in monetary terms. So for doing accounting, first we have to identify the business transaction. After that we have to measure the business transactions in monetary terms, because we have to use these monetary terms in our accounting process. Now the third step in accounting process is recording. First we have identify all business transaction, then converted in monetary terms. Then we have to record all those transaction in the books of original entry. It is the process of entering business transaction of financial character in the books of original entry in terms of money. यहाँ पे हम रिकॉर्ड करते हैं जर्नल बुक में. Okay. Now journal book, it has also subsidiary books. The first one is cash book. Second is sales book. Third is sales return book. Fourth is purchase book. Fifth is purchase return book. Sixth is bills payable book. Seventh is bills receivable book. And eighth is journal proper. All these are the subsidiary books to record the business transactions. जो भी कैश की एंट्रीज होंगी that we will record in cash book directly. The entries related with purchases we directly enter in purchase book. Some items that we have returned while purchased, then it will be recorded in purchase book. Now next is sales book. When we are doing sales, we all record those entries in sales book. Some of the customers return our product, so that is called sales return and we have to enter all those transactions in sales return book. Some bills that we have to pay will be recorded in bills payable book, and some items, some bills that we have to receive, that is bills receivable book, that we have to enter in bills receivable book. इन सब के अलावा जो कोई एंट्रीज बच जाएंगी, ट्रांजेक्शन्स बच जाएंगी, दैट विल बी रिकॉर्डेड इन जर्नल प्रॉपर. सो द थर्ड स्टेप इज टू रिकॉर्ड ऑल द बिजनेस ट्रांजेक्शन्स इन द बुक ऑफ original entry or in the book of journal. In nutshell, we can understand this process of recording like what is happening in the business in monetary terms. What has been purchased or sold out or paid or earned need to be recorded systematically in a proper manner. Here systematically means in chronological order. Chronological order means we have to maintain all the business records, business transaction in the books of original entry date wise. Like if I purchased on 1st April, that will come first. If I purchased on 4th April, that will come after 1st April. If I purchased I purchased on 5th April, then it will come after 4th April. If I sold out something on 2nd April, it means ये 5th April के बाद नहीं आएगा. If I sold out on 2nd April, तो वो आपका 2nd April में ही आएगा. 1st April के बाद आपको 2nd April को वो एंट्री करनी होगी. Then you have to move further for 4th April, 5th April and so on. Likewise, you have to jump over the next month, May, June, July, August. Means you have to maintain all the records in chronological order, date wise. Okay. Now, the next step in accounting process is classifying. The first was identification. Second was measuring in monetary terms. Third was recording in the books of original entry. And this is the fourth one, that is classifying. Okay. Classifying, it can be defined as a process of grouping transactions or entries of one nature at one place. It means if the entry is related with purchases, so we have to maintain all the entries related to purchases in a separate book. If the entries are related to, suppose I have customers named Rohan Bakers, and next is Sohan Bakers, and third is Mohan Bakers. Now what we have to do, we have to arrange, we have to maintain their separate books. Now separate books means, suppose Rohan Bakers purchase some items in cash, some item on credit. Likewise, Sohan and Mohan also have purchased some in cash and some on credit. So how I will come to know who is liable to pay how much? For that purpose, for easy purpose, मुझे अब ये सब काम बहुत इजी वे में करना है. अब मैं सब ढूंढती थोड़ा ना रहूंगी सारे जर्नल के अंदर, रिकॉर्ड के अंदर रोहन ने कब कब कितना कितना दिया था, फिर अगले पन्ने पर जाऊंगी, फिर उससे नेक्स्ट पेज पे जाऊंगी, फिर नेक्स्ट मंथ पे जाऊंगी, कब कब रोहन ने मुझसे खरीदा था, मैं उसको अलग मतलब उसको कैलकुलेट करती जाऊंगी. ये तो एक बहुत लॉन्ग प्रोसीजर हो गया. टू अवॉइड सच मेस, वी हैव टू मेंटेन द रिकॉर्ड्स सेपरेट. We have to maintain all the accounts of one natures at one place. So I have to maintain Rohan account, I have to maintain Sohan account, I have to maintain Mohan account, and I have to maintain cash book or sales book or purchase book likewise. So when we classify all these accounts, it means we are posting in the ledgers. The accounts, separate accounts are called ledgers. LEDGERS. The separate accounts that we are going to manage, that we have classified, are called ledgers. In nutshell, we can learn this procedure as, first we have identified all the business transactions, then we measure in monetary terms, then we record all the transactions in the books of original entry, that is journal and all the subsidiary books. Now after recording all the transaction in journal or in these subsidiary books, we separate all the accounts of one nature at one place. वो हम उनको क्या बोलेंगे? ledgers. रोहन के सारे जो एंट्रीज हैं वो हमने रोहन के अकाउंट में डाल दी, सोहन की जितनी भी रिलेटेड एंट्रीज हैं हमने सोहन के अकाउंट में डाल दी, मोहन की मोहन के अकाउंट में डाल दी. सो स्टेप बाय स्टेप हम लेजर्स पे पहुंच गए हैं. पहले हमने ये बुक्स मेंटेन करी, इन बुक्स से हम अब छोटे छोटे अकाउंट्स की तरफ बढ़ गए हैं, दैट आर कॉल्ड लेजर्स. द नेक्स्ट स्टेप इन अकाउंटिंग प्रोसेस इज समराइजिंग. Summarizing means it involves presenting the classified data in a manner which is understandable and useful to various users of accounting statements. To summarize all the classified data, we have to maintain some records that we present at the end of the year, end of the accounting year. The data summarizes in such a way. First, we have to maintain trial balance. ये क्या है trial balance? That we will study in the next chapters. In short, we record all the end results of all the accounts in this trial balance. जैसे रोहन का, मोहन का, सोहन का, जितने भी आपके बैलेंस बचेगा हर अकाउंट के अंदर, that will be posted in trial balance. कैश बुक का जो बैलेंस बचेगा that will come in trial balance. जो सेल्स बुक का आपका बैलेंस बचेगा that will come in trial balance. जो आपका हर किसी के लेजर का बैलेंस बचेगा that will come in trial balance. After that, the second account that we have to prepare is profit and loss account. In profit and loss account, जैसा कि नाम से ही पता चल रहा है, it is maintained to know about the profits and losses that the business is going to earn, or the losses that business is going to bear. So this is also we will study in the next chapters. Now the third account that we have to maintain is balance sheet. It means this is maintained to know the final position of the business. Balance sheet represents the final position of the current year of a business. करंट ईयर से रिलेटेड है और बैलेंस शीट नेक्स्ट ईयर से भी रिलेटेड हम आगे नेक्स्ट ईयर में बनाएंगे। प्रीवियस ईयर से रिलेटेड हमारे पास जो हमने प्रीवियस ईयर में काम किया होगा तब हमने लास्ट में उसको मेंटेन किया होगा, तो ये आप इसके बारे में भी आप नेक्स्ट चैप्टर्स में आप पढ़ेंगे। इन शॉर्ट, वी हैव टू summarize after classifying the records. We have to summarize all the records in trial balance, profit and loss account and balance sheet. Now the next step in accounting process is analysis and interpretation. The first step was identification, second was measurement, third was recording all the transaction in the books of original entry. Now the fourth was classification of all the records. Now the next was summarizing, and this is analysis and interpretation. Means जो आपने समराइज किया है रिकॉर्ड्स को, आपने ट्रायल बैलेंस, प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस और बैलेंस शीट आपने प्रिपेयर करी है. नाउ व्हाट यू हैव टू डू फ्रॉम द फाइनल अकाउंट्स, the accounts analyze the financial position of the business, see the end results and interpret about these results. They also analyze whether the company is growing or earning profits yearly or getting losses or decreases its goodwill as compared to the other firms of same business. हम एनालिसिस करते हैं, हमारी कंपनी ग्रोथ कर रही है, प्रॉफिट अर्न कर रही है. अब हमें प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस से हमें प्रॉफिट्स अर्न हो रहे हैं, सब कुछ डिटेल हमें पता चलेगी, प्रॉफिट्स और लॉसेस पता चलेंगे. हमने बैलेंस शीट तैयार कर ली, कितना हमारे पास एट द एंड ऑफ द ईयर हमारे पास कितना बैलेंस शीट में हमारी फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन हमारी क्या है. नाउ वी एनालिसिस कि हमारी फर्म पिछले साल के कंपैरिजन में ग्रोथ कर रही है या हम आगे ग्रो कर पाएंगे, हमें और कितना रिक्वायरमेंट है प्रोडक्ट्स का, हम आगे मार्केट में कैसे सरवाइव करेंगे, कैसे आगे बढ़ेंगे, कैसे ग्रो करेंगे, कहीं हमारी गुडविल डाउन तो नहीं हो रही है. तो ऑल दीज एनालिसिस एंड इंटरप्रिटेशन comes at 6th number, that is the accounting process. Now in the process of accounting, after all these steps, the next step is communication. It means to communicate the results to its end users. मतलब जिनको इन अकाउंटिंग इंफॉर्मेशन की जरूरत है उनको हम इन्फॉर्म करते हैं, कम्युनिकेट करते हैं. दे मे बी इंटरनल और एक्सटर्नल. अब इंटरनल और एक्सटर्नल की हम बात करें तो एक्सटर्नल में जैसे हमारी कंपनी के इन्वेस्टर्स हो गए, जैसे हमारी कंपनी के क्रेडिटर्स हो गए, और उनको क्यों चाहिए ये इन्फॉर्मेशन, हमें क्यों कम्युनिकेट करना पड़ेगा, हमारे शेयर होल्डर्स हो गए, ताकि उनको ये पता चल सके वेदर देयर इन्वेस्टमेंट इज सेफ और नॉट, वेदर दे आर अर्निंग प्रॉफिट्स और नॉट, वेदर they are growing or not. So we have to communicate the results to its end users. Internal users like employees have to know whether the firm is growing, whether they are earning profits, whether they will get awards or incentive or not. So we have to communicate the accounting information to the end users. So this is the last point. Okay, so these are 7 steps that describes the accountancy, or we can say these 7 points, these 7 features of accounting, or we can say 7 attributes of accounting, or we can say 7 characteristics of accounting, or we can say 7 process. It is the process. 7 नहीं हम बोलेंगे, we can say it is a process of accounting. So when the question comes like this, write any features of accounting. If you have to write attributes of accounting, or you have to write characteristics of accounting, or you have to mention the process of accounting, then you have to identify, you have to write all these 7 steps. You have to write all these 7 steps in such questions. Okay? Now, at the end, we have come to understand the definition of accounting. Accounting is the process of identifying, measuring, recording, classifying, summarizing, interpreting and communicating financial information relating to an organization, मतलब जो एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से रिलेट करते हैं, टू द इंटर रिलेटेड यूजर्स, मीन्स जो यूजर्स रिलेट करते हैं उस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से. हमारे इंटरनल यूजर्स भी हो सकते हैं, हमारे एक्सटर्नल यूजर्स भी हो सकते हैं. इवन गवर्नमेंट इज ऑल्सो आवर एक्सटर्नल यूजर्स बिकॉज इट लेवाई टैक्सेस. सो organization to the interrelated users of such information for judgment and decision making. This is an appropriate definition of accounting. So accounting is the process of identifying, measuring, recording, classifying, summarizing, interpreting and communicating financial information relating to an organization to the interrelated users of such information for judgment and decision making. I hope you understood the concept of accounting. In the next video, we will discuss more about this chapter. So till then, you like this video, subscribe my channel and just wait for the next video. Till then, bye-bye.